Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to explain how to write a simple essay. So in this presentation I'll talk about what is an essay, then I'll talk about the parts of an essay, then we will look at an example essay and I will show you how to make an outline from that example essay. So let's begin. What is an essay? Well, an essay is basically an organized form of writing, like a long report. And an essay has a specific pattern of writing. An essay can be for information or for opinion. An essay uses Western communication style. In other words, the main point is first. Let's look at the parts of an essay. The first part is the introduction paragraph. In the introduction paragraph, you should introduce the topic, and you should write your most important idea, and that's called thesis statement. That is the most important sentence of an essay, and it's in the first paragraph. Next, you should write some body paragraphs. These body paragraphs give more information about your thesis statement. Finally, there's a conclusion paragraph. In this conclusion paragraph, say your important idea again. Okay, let's look at each of these types of paragraphs in more detail. The introduction paragraph. The first one or two sentences are just background information about the topic. In other words, explain the topic or introduce the topic. Give some more information about the background. And then the last sentence is your thesis statement. And your thesis statement, this is the most important idea or opinion of your essay. So if you could summarize all of your essay into one sentence, it would be this, the thesis statement. And it's the last sentence of the introduction paragraph. Next are the body paragraphs. And body paragraphs give more information about the thesis statement. So it could be reasons or explanations or other main points to explain why. The body paragraphs have normal paragraph organization. That means there's a topic sentence, and then there's major supporting details and minor supporting details. And each of these details supports the topic sentence. Each of these sentences gives more information about the topic sentence. And each of these paragraphs gives more information about the thesis statement. Finally, there's the conclusion paragraph. It starts with a conclusion phrase, such as one of these, like in conclusion, as we can see, to conclude, to sum up. So it starts with only one of those. And then repeat information in the thesis statement. In other words, say that same information again using different words. So different words, same meaning. And then in the conclusion paragraph, there's some kind of final thought. And that could be like a recommendation or opinion or prediction or suggestion. But it should not be a new main point. Okay, let's look at an example essay, and then I'll show you how to make an outline from that essay. For this essay, the topic is this. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Okay, here is the example essay. So I invite you to pause this video and read the essay, or you can find this essay on the class webpage. So please pause this video now and read the essay. Okay, now that you've read the essay, let's break it down. So let's take a look at the introduction paragraph. In the introduction paragraph, the first one or two sentences introduce the background, and then the last sentence is the thesis statement. So in this paragraph, traveling is a fun way to spend vacation time. There are many interesting places in the world, but I know where I want to go. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to Australia. So remember, the first two sentences are about introducing the topic. So the topic is kind of travel. Where would you go? So there's a sentence about travel and interesting places. This is background information. And then the thesis statement is the last sentence. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would want to go to Australia. And this is the most important sentence of the essay. Remember the topic. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? And the thesis statement is the answer. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would want to go to Australia. So let's make an outline from this. Okay, so here's the blank essay outline form we're going to use. There's a part for each paragraph: introduction paragraph, body paragraphs, and conclusion paragraph. So let's start with the introduction paragraph. So what is the thesis statement? The thesis statement is, if I could travel anywhere in the world, I would want to go to Australia. So here's the thesis statement. Remember the most important sentence in the essay. Okay, now let's look at body paragraph 1. So remember, the thesis statement is, if I could go anywhere in the world, I would want to go to Australia. So each body paragraph gives reasons why. Why do you want to go to Australia? So the topic sentence of this paragraph is, the first reason I want to go to Australia is because Australia has many unique and interesting animals. So let's take a look at the outline. Okay, so here we are at body paragraph 1, the topic and supporting ideas. So the topic of body paragraph 1, the first reason is animals. So there's interesting and unique animals in Australia. This is the topic, which we can find in the topic sentence. Okay, now inside the paragraph, what are the main points of this paragraph? So first is the kangaroo, second is the koala, finally, flying fox. So the topic is animals. There's 3 animals: kangaroo, koala, flying fox. So let's add that to the outline. Kangaroo, koala, flying fox. So we have our 3 animals. Now let's look at some supporting information for each animal. So why is the kangaroo interesting, and the koala and the flying fox? So let's look back at the essay. Alright, information about the kangaroo. Kangaroos are common in Australia, even near cities. I would love to see a wild kangaroo, not in the zoo. So let's add that information about the kangaroo into the outline. So the first thing was, kangaroos are common, even near cities. Love to see a wild kangaroo, not in the zoo. So this is the information about kangaroos from that body paragraph. Now, koalas. Koalas aren't so common, but it's possible to hold one in a zoo. I want to take a selfie with one. Alright, let's add that information to the outline. So here's that information. Koalas are not so common, it's possible to hold one in a zoo, and I want to take a selfie with one. Finally, let's look at the last animal, a flying fox. Okay, flying foxes are large bats that eat fruit. Many people are scared of bats, but I like them. Australia's animals are so interesting. So notice, by the way, this last sentence, Australia's animals are so interesting. That's the concluding sentence in this paragraph. So let's write that information about flying foxes into the outline. Okay, so here's the information about flying foxes. They're large bats, they eat fruit, many people are scared of bats, but I like bats. So this is the information about paragraph 1. So notice, again, the thesis statement, if I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Australia. Why? First reason is the animals. So why are the animals interesting? So there's 3 interesting animals: kangaroo, koala, and flying fox. And then more information about why each animal is interesting. Okay, we looked at the first body paragraph in detail. Let's just quickly take a look at the other body paragraphs. So here's body paragraph 2, and here's body paragraph 3. We'll quickly talk about the topics of these body paragraphs. In body paragraph 2, the topic is stargazing. It's the second reason I want to go to Australia. And then more information about stargazing. So let's add that information into the outline now. So the topic is stargazing. First main point, looking at the stars, a definition of stargazing. The second main point is that Australia is in the southern hemisphere. So there's stars that we can't see in Japan, because Japan's in the northern hemisphere. For example, Alpha Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, and the Southern Cross, which is a famous group of stars. These are examples of stars we can't see in Japan. Finally, an excellent view of the Milky Way. So these are the main points from body paragraph 2 about stargazing. Now let's look at the last body paragraph. And so this is the last reason I want to visit Australia, because of the people. So let's take a look at the outline for that one. All right, here's body paragraph 3. So the topic is the people. People are friendly, such as TV stars like Steve Irwin. I want to meet new people and make friends, and they speak an interesting dialect. I want to learn Australian English. So this is the information from body paragraph 3. And remember, body paragraph 1, 2, and 3, all of them support the thesis statement, which is, if I could travel anywhere in the world, I would want to go to Australia. And there's basically 3 reasons why: the animals, stargazing, and the people. Now let's look at the conclusion paragraph. So the conclusion paragraph starts with a conclusion phrase, in this example, in conclusion. And then it gives the same information as the thesis statement. In this case, there are many reasons to visit Australia, such as interesting animals, stargazing, and friendly people. So this is basically the same information as the thesis statement, but with different words. And then finally, some kind of final thought, or recommendation, suggestion, or opinion. In this case, the final thought is, I hope I can go there someday. So let's write this on the outline. Okay, so here we are down here about the conclusion paragraph. So remember, there's a summary sentence, which is the same information as the thesis statement. In this case, there are many reasons to visit Australia, such as interesting animals, stargazing, and friendly people. And the opinion, recommendation, suggestion is, I hope I can go there someday. So this is an example essay outline. It has the thesis statement, and it has the outline for each body paragraph, including at the end, the conclusion paragraph. So I hope this video helped you understand the most important parts of an essay: the thesis statement, body paragraphs, conclusion paragraph. Have fun writing essays. Thanks for watching.